Start with Columbus taking on Philadelphia, 1-2 on the rotation. Philadelphia about -120 to -125 here at home. The total 5.5 shaded about -125 on the under in this hockey game. And the under's been the prevailing theme this year between these two teams. Three meetings between the Flyers and Jackets, all of them 2-1 decisions. Two of those games won by the Flyers, one of them win for the Columbus Blue Jackets. And Columbus is a team that is starting to turn things up a little bit as they try to cement their spot in the NHL postseason. Five straight victories for the Columbus Blue Jackets as they enter this game against the Philadelphia Flyers, playing solid hockey. Flyers, on the other hand, not so much. They had a five-game losing streak. They snapped it with a win on the weekend against the Winnipeg Jets, but could not sustain it against the Vegas Golden Knights on Tuesday, a 3-2 home loss. Outshot the Knights in that game 40-29, but a solid performance in net from Marc-Andre Fleury that night. Philadelphia unable to capitalize enough on their opportunities, and they fall short 3-2. So we'll see if they can bounce back from that. We know the Jackets do have a couple injury notes that you want to be aware of. Matt Calvert didn't play last game. However, he is expected to return tonight for the Jackets. Seth Jones was forced to leave the last game with an upper body injury. He's also probable, so not bad enough to keep him out of the lineup. John Tortorella expecting Seth Jones to be in there. Philadelphia Flyers are all another banged up team, particularly on the back end. Robert Hagg, Johnny Oduya, two guys dealing with injuries there for the Philadelphia Flyers on their blue line. So something you want to be aware of. So a couple of injuries on both sides here of the equation headed into this game. Personally, for me, I've got no problems going in and taking a little bit with Columbus here at plus 105, like the form right now with this Blue Jackets team. And a team that playing some good hockey, trying to cement their position in the playoffs. Every game, not a must-win, but every game important. There should be a sense of urgency these last 3 weeks of the season for Columbus, and definitely defensively, where they had gotten out of their way a little bit. I think they had just not really played as well at that end, the defensive end of the ice, for a period of time there. Well, they've gotten back to it. I mean, they've played much better the last several games during this win streak. They've allowed 2 goals or less 4 of their last 5 games. Better defensive hockey being played by Columbus. And then you on the flip side, you look at the Philadelphia Flyers struggling a bit defensively, dealing with a couple injuries too on the back end. So if I can get Columbus at any plus price here, I'm definitely interested. So I'll be on Columbus here at the plus 105 price as a small road underdog. See if they can make it 6 straight wins tonight as they take on the Philadelphia Flyers. Andrew McGinnis has a play as well on this Jackets Flyers game to kick off the card on this Thursday. Andrew, what are you looking at here in this game tonight?
Yeah, Ian. Well, you know what? I've really liked the way that I've seen Columbus play recently, and for that reason, I'm looking at the over right now. And as far as Philadelphia goes, I think they're one of the most up and down teams. I find them so hard to read sometimes because one week they're one team, one week they're a complete different team. So it's why we follow it on a daily basis. It's why we do our research. It's why we look over these games. But this is a Columbus team that I'm kind of used to projecting it as a low scoring team, as a team that's tight defensively, this and that. But if you look at the last couple of games here for them, I know it's just Montreal, but back on March 12th, they defeated them 5-2. Then against Detroit, 3-2 against Colorado, 5-4 against the Golden Knights. They were able to put up 4 goals against them. The Sharks, 4 goals. A couple of games back between that, Washington, 5 goals. The point being is Columbus is starting to figure themselves out. I mean, it's not like they're just only getting scored on as well, but they're really finding a way to put the puck in the back of the net. And for me, that's kind of impressive for this team because I just strictly don't think that's kind of their identity. That's what they are. They're not one of those teams that kind of goes for those track meet style games. I'm not used to hearing of them kind of going so deep into games and putting up those high amount of numbers. And for me right now, I think Philadelphia, these next couple of games are really crucial for them right now. They're trying to decide and put their identity out there for what they are, who they're going to be. Because for me, this team has to try and develop any kind of consistency. I mean, ever since dating back to the when Mrazek got out traded over. I mean, the first 5 or 6 games after he was traded, everyone thought the sky was falling, everything was great. Something crazy was happening because goaltending was great, every star was playing well. They looked like a solid team. Then all of a sudden, it started to come down a little bit, come down, come down, come down. But now that the all-star players are stepping up, but one thing about this Philadelphia team I've never really found to their depth. And right now, I'm looking at their line combinations, and I need that to happen. I need the second and third lines to really step it up. I need these guys to really, not just rely on Giroux, not just rely on Couturier, not just rely on Konechny, because ultimately this Philadelphia team can't be successful with just one or two guys putting the puck in the back of the net every single time. So for me, I think this is an exciting game. This is a big game for Philadelphia. Columbus is playing really well right now. They know how to score these days, and they've been scoring in Philadelphia as the totals have gone over in six Columbus's last 8 games from playing on the road in Philadelphia. It's also gone over in 4 of Columbus's last 6 games on the road in general. So for me, guys, kind of going a little bit against the grain here. A lot of the stats point towards the under between these two teams right now. But the over is 6-1-1 in their last 8 meetings in Philadelphia. I think Philadelphia and Columbus have a good performance tonight. Keep the score high and give us a pretty entertaining hockey game. So over 5.5 for me.
All right, over 5.5 in this game for Andrew. Jackets taking on the Flyers. See how that one unfolds. I'm on the Columbus side.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to our channel. Now, we've put a lot of work into producing all these free videos, so please help us out and keep all our content free for you forever by simply liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Now, not to mention, a visit to our industry-leading website will warm the hearts of all our SBR employees, especially myself. Now, the links are over there to the left, so do check those out. Thanks for watching.